Hi guys, and welcome to Captain Nerf Major Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the new 2018 Nerf N-Strike Elite Infinus. I got this blaster the week it came out, but the review is finally coming out this week. And just before this video starts, I'd like to say that you guys should subscribe because in the future, in the next coming weeks, we have more 2018 content coming out. Also, we're doing 100 subscriber giveaway, so once you hit 100 subs, we'll do a giveaway and then the next benchmark and up, right? So once you hit 100, we'll do a giveaway. So please subscribe, guys. We're almost there. So as I said before, this blaster is part of the N-Strike Elite series. This is a fully automatic blaster, and it takes 4 D batteries. So this runs on flywheels, so when you rev it up, then you can shoot. And this blaster comes with 30 rounds. Comes with 30 darts that fill the 30 dart drum. It's a drum mag, comes out right here. And it has its own like blue color scheme around, which is really cool. I don't know if it'll look as good on other blasters. That's the one downfall. But with this blaster, it looks really sweet. It matches the exact same dark blue color of the Infinus. But yeah, the drum holds 30 rounds, and you insert it from the bottom. For those who don't know, the main thing about this blaster is the feature for reloading. So instead of having to reload the entire drum mag, you can actually fill it in from the back. So see, I have a Nerf dart right here. There's actually a port in the back. It's pretty wide, but there's just one small spot. And then you, with the front ways, you do this, and it ejects it right in. And then it actually goes right into the chamber. So you don't need, if you're out of darts, you can put in one and you're ready to fire. But even if there's only one in the chamber, ready to shoot, it will actually replace it. And this gun has only had one jam, does not use the jam, with all the instances I've used it. I really enjoyed this blaster, with the especially with the feature of putting the darts in the back. Because though it seems like that's its main thing, it still works really well. It's a full auto blaster, it's powerful, it works well, but then even putting the darts in makes it really quick and easy to reload. I found in my war, I had a couple wars with this thing, with Major, and I found in my war, I would pick up his darts and put them in, right? That's the whole point of it, but it was very effective, because taking the drum out isn't very effective. I still like drum magazines, not that they're super slow, but this is way faster, and I highly recommend it. I don't even if all the darts are out, I'd rather just push them in right here in the front. It's actually satisfying. Like, here's a quote from Major. He's like, I had him reload the blaster, and he was like, hey, then that's half the fun, which it really is. This blaster is a very well blaster, and it performs well, and I'm very proud of Nerf, so good job, Nerf. This year, they've released lots of good blasters. I know every year people are like, is this the best year for Nerf? But honestly, this is actually one of the best, because even last year had their issues, and even this year has some issues, like the Thunderhawk. Yet, this blaster, guys, the Scavenger, the Hades, man, it's just crazy. Like, I love the Hades, and personally, I love this blaster. Like, this is definitely a blaster I would take to war without hesitation, for sure. So I'm very proud of you, Nerf. But there is pros and cons, obviously. The pros is actually the color scheme. I'm gonna give it to that, because though most of it's dark blue and orange, and has some orange, I really like this back where it's black. Maybe they could have had like a black stripe all the way across or something. I don't know. I personally think it looks great. But I love where it says Elite on the back, on the back kind of shoulder stock. You can see the dark blue through it, and I think it's cooler than the blue and the white. I mean, the white on the blue looks sick, but this, guys, I can't really show it very well on the camera, but the Elite shows in dark blue, and it's really cool. And it's actually on both sides. And though Nerf doesn't, paint their blasters on both sides, this one has more to it. It's not just an ugly side, because they still have the orange stripes that go on, like the indents, which is really sick, and still has even a logo. Like, it doesn't look terrible. And then the jam door looks sweet. The jam door, if you slide it down, you can work with the jam You cannot shoot when the jam door is down or if the mag's out. You cannot rev it up, you cannot pull the trigger. And it turns the light in the back red. If it's green, that means you can put it in, or the blaster's ready to fire. So magazine's in, the jam door is closed, and you can load them in. When it turns yellow, that actually means that the blaster is full. Also, the pro of the looks is legit the looks, not just the color, but the looks itself, because this looks sweet. I think it's really a cinematic blaster, you know what I mean? Like, the hand grip on the bottom, it does look kind of weird without the drum there, but it still works, and it looks sweet. At first I thought it wasn't going to be very comfortable, but I got used to it way fast, like really fast. And this just looks sweet. You can add a barrel extension to it. The barrel extensions don't look the best on it, especially since this is so wide, so long, and then it's just like kind of like skinny. At least with the suppressed barrel, like the Spectre barrel, and even other ones. So if you want to go all tactical, I mean, you can. Also, this blaster does have two rails, tactical rails right here. One in orange, one in dark blue. You can put scopes or whatever. Personally, the barrel down here, the barrel is right here on the very bottom. So scopes don't do really anything, but hey, they always have that for aesthetics, because honestly, the scopes don't do very much anyway. Okay, another pro is that it's full auto and semi-auto. So it's full auto, which means if you don't actually know what that means, hold down the trigger, and when you hold it down, it shoots. You don't have to keep putting it. Semi-auto is when you have to pull the trigger every single time when you want it to shoot. Like a strike is a semi-auto blaster. And this is really easy if you just want to shoot one. If you don't want to shoot a whole spray and waste, you can easily just shoot one at a time, which is great. It makes this way easier than to lose your darts, because it is kind of easy to run out of darts when it's full auto. Another pro is also what I've been talking about the entire time, but just the efficiency of this blaster. But also just how well-rounded it is, because it's fast and it's powerful, yet it's reliable, and you can easy to reload. Because one thing I love about the Hades and the blasters of this year is the round. Like the amount of ammo you can have. Because in a war, the more ammo, the better, because you don't want to reload. Reloading isn't fun, to be completely honest. And this just makes it way easier, where you don't actually feel like you're reloading as much. You can just pop it in and keep going, than having to take out the whole drum, and either try not to get shot, or be like, pause, you know what I mean, depending on your playstyle. But, yeah, so that's what I really like about this blaster. Holds 30 rounds more than a Hyperfire. Though the Hyperfire shoots a little faster than this, it doesn't hold as much. But this drum and a Hyperfire would be pretty sweet. The con of this blaster is the price. Because though these blasters this year are very expensive, I think they're really good. And though it is expensive, I would definitely buy it. This is a buy it from me. This blaster, if you want a primary gun, a full auto gun, definitely worth it. Because you can get a Rapid Strike, which is really good, but you can get this, which shoots even like the same speed, and you can reload it. It's just a very practical blaster, which I would definitely recommend. But still, I have to put price as a con. And also, if you don't have D batteries, that's also a con, because it takes 4, which D batteries are expensive. And you put them in the back, and this blaster's heavy. That's the other one. Like, after I was doing my wars with Major, I had to take a break because my wrist is hurting. Even just showing you guys the blaster right now. You can still move it, which is good, but it kind of hurts. And the other con is the handle. It's not a terrible handle, and I almost wasn't going to list it as a con, but I'm going to, because I'm actually noticing it during this review. So one thing Major didn't like about about his Surge Fire is the handle. How it's like kind of like straight down, you know, not necessarily fitted for the hand. That's the same with this, the gray and the black. It's not the most comfortable, but it works well. So I'm not gonna, don't think of that as it's a terrible handle necessarily. Like, this isn't a big con, because I don't really ever notice it. I'm just noticing it more today than usual. Alright, before we do our firing test, I want to do a couple more features of this blaster I did not mention earlier. One is the sling point right here, in black, and then there's one down here in the front. Whichever you prefer. I prefer in the back, so if it's on a sling, you can pull it up like that, you know, you have more distance than up front. That's just weird. But I would not use a sling with this blaster. It's way too big and even round, and this slapping against your leg would not be fun. Alright, now that I've covered the features of this blaster, let's do a quick firing test. Alright guys, this blaster is fully loaded up, and I'm going to be shooting to the small square. So not the rectangle, but the top small square. What I have noticed is this blaster isn't very accurate, so I guess we'll find out, but I'm pretty sure not all of them will hit. But we're going full auto, all 30. So yeah, that's all the darts, and if you saw, it did have a spread, and some did hit the actual square. But just because it doesn't always hit the square doesn't mean it's inaccurate. But I am going to say it's not the most accurate, right? But if you're in a war and that's the spread, the body is way bigger than a square this big, you know? So, and they're always moving. So I mean, if you're going full auto, you have a good chance of hitting them. So I think this is still, even though it's not very accurate, I think it's still practical. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this review. If you guys like this, please like and please subscribe. And again, a reminder of our 100 subscriber giveaway that's coming up. And also, just because in the last video someone thought that maybe the Hades was going to be the video, the gun getting given away for the giveaway, and that's not. So this blaster, though I keep talking about the giveaway, it's not this blaster. This is way too expensive, guys. If you guys would like to see the new Nerf Rival Hades review, click up here in this corner. And also, if you want to see our Nerf gun trick shot playlist, click right here. Or if you want to see our Nerf trick shot playlist, which is sports, click down here. And if you guys want to subscribe, click down here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a fantastic day.